Alright guys, so the format of this video is kind of a new style I want to try out. Just talking and mixing it in with lifting. That's kind of the point of me having this home gym here. It's kind of like my sanction. And I wanted to make some videos here. When the gym is crowded, I'm still working up, recording in the gym. So what I wanted to cover today is not being dependent on people. That's something that I catch myself doing sometimes, where I'll be a little too reliant on people and look for other people to fulfill me, to make me happy, to go out and do things, and that shouldn't be the case. You should be able to rely on yourself for pretty much everything and do things based off how you feel, you know what I mean, and not worry about what other people think, kind of just having tunnel vision and blocking out the noise, because people talk. Regardless of what you do in this life, what you say, how you present yourself, people are going to look down on you and talk bad about you. That's kind of just the reality of it. It's not a good thing, necessarily. I think some negativity is kind of good because it keeps you wanting to better your image, you know what I mean? Look better, present yourself better. You kind of care about how you present yourself. But we should all try to carry positivity and kindness in us. And obviously, I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. And that's something even I fail to do. But it's something we should all try to be conscious of. But regardless, people always talk, and it's important to not let them get to your head as much, Got these bands here, keep the tension going, and also only because I only have so much weight for the barbell. I mainly have weights for the smaller style of bar. Now, I want to say these bands offer 30 pounds of resistance, but honestly, I'm probably wrong. These are from a buddy of mine from literally 4 years ago, so I have no idea. But they're Rogue. I don't know if that means anything, if the colors are dependent on the resistance. I don't know. But they definitely help. Definitely add quite a bit. Bit of a challenging aspect to the lift, Especially if you go heavy. Like if I were to toss on 2 plates, you'd start to feel the difference. Even there, I really feel the tension in my chest. You really feel how it pulls, almost like the individual fibers going through your chest. That's what you're looking for, is that tension to create the muscle, you know what I mean? And I really think this next bulk coming up is going to be probably the biggest difference in my physique, in my appearance. I think I'm going to get pretty damn big. I'm looking forward to it for sure. That's kind of the point of me taking the cut, was to understand better eating habits, to see how my body adapts to different training, you know what I mean? And now that I've built up that knowledge and understand how my body works a little more, I think I can apply what I learned into the bulk, into my training, and just get even bigger. That's kind of the point. I have a dream physique in mind, so that's kind of, what I'm trying to keep in check. But with what I was saying before, it is very important to keep your end goal in mind, whether it's your physique, your financial situation, how you want to present yourself to people around you, how you just want to carry yourself, how you want to study, what it is you want to obtain educationally. Just keep your end goals in mind and keep chasing them. Never let them get dull. I know that's not easy. Sometimes I think to myself, man, my dream physique is just, it seems so unattainable, or man, it's going to be so hard to make that kind of money or to be an influencer. But you just have to keep pushing. It's simple, but it's not easy. You just have to keep it in mind, because if you lose sight of it, you lose sight of yourself, you might fall back into bad habits, and bad things happen, Also, guys, don't forget to be training your forearms. Grippers are a great way to get your forearms looking a little bigger. Mine are kind of slacking, but this definitely improves strength and the aesthetic. Especially when you go to pose, you want to maintain kind of like the vascular look. This is great, and actually my gym has these. They have them on the wall, like with cables. You can just go ahead and grab them. But I recommend them. No specific brand. Again, this was actually given to me by the same buddy who gave me the bands, which he probably wants back. He never really wants that I can keep them. He kind of just left them, which I guess they're mine. But I guess you can get any brand. I believe these are Grip Genie. Yeah, Grip Genie. But very nice to have. Everyone knows how to use them. They've been common. I've seen them on TikTok Shop. Honestly, just a good way. Like, I do it before I post a physique video, just to kind of, you know what I mean, get a quick little, But yeah, see, I have limited plates. I literally only have the 2 sets of 45s, and I have 5s somewhere down there, I have 5s down there for the Olympic style. The rest of the weights I have throw with like the 1-inch hole. But that's for like my curling and stuff like that. But without further ado, let's run this 225 set. Bench has been feeling pretty good. Trying to work back up to 275 and then get myself to 315. The goal is to kind of be able to rep 315 by December or during December, so that would be ideal. I move my bench back. I'm getting pinched between it. That felt pretty good. You know, I got a quick 6. Definitely could have gotten more. And I'm just starting to kind of bulk up a bit more. I stopped the cut, put on like a couple pounds. And honestly, I'm just trying to maintain. But when I bulk, I kind of like to do strength training too. You know, it's one thing I think I like almost more than having a nice physique. Although I do want that nice physique. I like to look strong and actually be strong, you know, have a good bench, a good squat, and a good deadlift, which is why I'm trying to get back into deadlifting too. So I'm getting my SBD total, you know, higher. That's something that's kind of how I started lifting, more of a powerlifting stance on things. So I want to get back to that for sure. So I already got my bench maxed out for what I got available in my home gym. So I got 225, there's 235 with the 5s. Then whatever the bands offer for resistance. So this is the max I can do, and it'll probably end up pushing me to my limit, to be honest. Most I've done recently at the gym was 245 for about 1 or 2. I kind of forget. I think I got 2. So I'm slowly building myself back up to where I was last year and early this year. But kind of back to what I was talking about before, just imagine you let other people dictate how your life goes. Imagine you care so much about what other people think that you end up not doing what it is that you really want to do with yourself. Because Tommy or Billy or Bobby, they're talking, oh, you're just some nobody. You're someone that can't do the things that you want to do. You'll never make it. Imagine letting those people who don't even have the ambition and discipline and the traits that you do. And imagine listening to what they say. Because for some reason they're arrogant and they think that they can tell you how to live your life because they see you don't have it. Imagine how crazy that is, that you live your life based off of other people's rules for you. We're all put into this world with gifts, with special traits, with the ability to live the life we want. I understand some situations are different, so nowadays it's kind of hard to say that everybody has the same chances, but a lot of us are very blessed, right? God blessed us with an amazing life, the gift of life. And He instilled lots of these little gifts in the gift of life, in our lives, in our embodiment, our soul, for us to kind of go out and search for, you know? Like, He doesn't just directly hand us things. He has us work for them to build that relationship with Him, get us closer to Him, and to allow us to follow our hearts, our desire, to what really makes us happy and fulfills us as people, where we can rub off and be better for other people as well. You know what I mean? So really, block out the noise. I can tell you that from personal experience. I've had people close to me laugh and mock my videos as if I'm not going to make it. You know, give each other looks as I'm talking about what it is that I want to do for my future, you know? So a lot of the times I end up keeping this a secret, you know? It's not that I'm ashamed of it, but it's like the mentality of working in silence, you know? Don't go around telling people what it is you want to do all the time. Kind of keep that internal. Maybe tell some people close to you, but the more you talk about it, the more dopamine, the more happy you get hearing that, and it kind of fulfills that blank space. So instead of actually doing what it is that you want to do, you're happy in your head. You're not actually doing what it is that you want to do. So instead of talking about it, just kind of keep it internal, know what it is that you want to do, take it head on, and just do it, you know? And like what I said before, it's not easy, but it's simple. It's a simple thing to understand, but it's not necessarily easy to act out, especially depending on what your dream is. Like social media, for me, it's hard to get traction on here. But I know that I'm going into this being myself, trying to be entertaining, but also trying to be motivational for the people. And really my generation, I'm 20 years old, I fall into the Generation Z category. And I'm definitely proud of the generation that I'm in for being able to speak up and talk about how they feel. But I think we get a bad reputation, and I see a lot of us as soft. And I mean that in the nicest way possible. But a lot of us kind of get comfortable, hold ourselves back, and don't take accountability. You know, a lot of us cry and whine and complain to try to get things right instead of actually doing the hard ass work for it. They like to take the easy way out. And I'm not about that. I know a lot of people in our generation are not about that. But we all seem to get roped in and grouped in with the people that, I don't want to say they drag us down, but in a sense, they make us look not as good. So try to stay hard, stay real, stay disciplined, understand, and keep all your end goals in mind. Just get to work, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to get to work on this bench set of 235 plus, I don't know, maybe to sub 250. We'll put in the 250 with the bends, something like that. The resistance is nice, but let's get after it. Move my bench. So I did kind of pinch my hand there. Whew, I'll take four. I'm just coming back to benching. 4 reps of 250. Oh, I'll take that any day. Whew. Man, it feels nice to bench, especially at a somewhat heavy level for myself. So that feels good. That's how it should feel. Apply that to the gym, your job, your hobbies, the people you're around. It should feel good. It should feel right. Those things should make you happy. And if they're not, and if your gut is telling you you're in the wrong place, buddy, you're in the wrong place. It happens sometimes. Whether you're in a bad relationship, you got bad friends in the wrong group, doing things that, again, what other people want you to do. Maybe your parents press you to be in a certain position, certain situation, and it's their goal for you and not your goal for you. It's time to make that change. It's time to be better. Do it for yourself. As a man of faith, I do it for God, primarily. I do it for my family, and of course I do it for myself. But if you watch this video, I hope you can take something away from it. And I do hope to be making more content like this as long as people enjoy watching it. So really, again, if you stay tuned, I really appreciate it. Please consider subscribing. We've built a good community of 103 subscribers and counting. I already know that like-minded people will find my channel, and we can build a strong community of very strong-minded people and show the world that our generation is not as soft as it seems sometimes. You know, we're strong people too. But thank you guys again, and take care.